Hey YouTube, it's me, Jen, your Pudgy Picker. Got another What's Sold on eBay. This is for the month of February 2017. Can you believe it's 2017 already? So let's jump right in and let me show you what I sold. I did really good again on the vintage Bug House miniatures. This one was a little white rabbit. I know everybody likes to see how tiny these are compared to a penny. It was much easier to put a penny in there than to actually measure all of them, all 218 of them. So very cute little bunny with eyelashes. I believe this might have been all one order of one particular person that bought all of these. This is a polar bear. He wasn't really tiny, but he was very cute, as you can tell. Sold for $6.99. I didn't say how much the bunny sold for, but I think it was, I don't know. Start the video order if you can't remember. I already closed it out. This is a very tiny little red cardinal, pretty small, $4.99. Buyer paid shipping on these. By the way, as everybody knows, this is a little teddy bear or brown bear. That one also sold for $6.99. This, I have been kind of venturing into brooches. This was with the first set that I put up. This is a vintage gold tone enameled Siamese Cat Brooch pin. CT, it was marked on the back. Quixote. And this, you'll get to see how big it is, but see it says CT there. Very good pictures. Again, all of these were taken with my Samsung S7. Had little green jeweled eyes. And this was only like 1.5 inches tall. So that sold for $24.99. Now, how did I come up with that number? I just came up with it off the top of my head. I did my research, couldn't find anything exactly like it, but found things kind of similar, so I priced it high and I let it sit. I am not a churn and burn, as a lot of people are. I definitely like to let things sit and get the right price. Next item. Actually, I got this at the store I always tell you about called Mark's, where they have closeout things. I'm always a little leery about getting anything on there to sell because a lot of it is gotten rid of here and everywhere else, but this I thought was a pretty cool item. It is a Marvel Comics scrapbook paper, 120 sheets, and I show both the front and the back and show how thick it is. Sold that for $18 or $17.99. Buyer paid shipping. If you hear anything in the back, the dogs are playing, so a little bit of growling going on. This, I got a huge lot of these sewing machine needles. I pieced them out and sold a lot of them by themselves. And then I finally went ahead and sold them in the last of what I had in this lot of 38 packages, $39.99. I can't remember how much I paid. Probably paid not more than, I'd say, $10 to $12 for them originally. And I made lots of money on them before I went ahead and sold them in this lot, but tidy little profit either way. This is a Connor item. Audiovox Rampage. If you know anything about electronics, then you probably know what this is. Just open the door. Let's see. I guess I don't know much about it. It looks like it is an audio thing for a car. I don't know. Connor, did you have a story to this?
Yeah, it's the audio interface to a car. It comes with 2 subwoofer speakers that you can install in the interior of the car if you have the proper cutout sizes.
Okay, there.
So, yes.
Oh, I thought there was going to be a much...
No, not really.
I thought there was going to be a much better...
I was going to tell a story about how when I sold it, I left the fridge open that night, so I ended up giving the whole money to pay for the food that we lost.
Oh, yes.
That's what I remembered.
Yes. Yes, he left the fridge door open and we had to throw everything. See, I wasn't going to bring that up. I was going to just gloss over.
That's okay. I don't care. I thought it was pretty funny. Well, not really.
Yeah.
You know
I keep telling him, this is totally off the subject, but I said, someday I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to turn all the lights on and I'm going to leave my clothes laying all over and
I don't even do that.
and I'm going to eat all the food in your fridge. And
I'm pretty reasonable.
he says he's reasonable. Okay. This was a lot of ink cartridges I got, so I only had like a couple left. This being one of them, $7.99, and buyer paid shipping. I always pick these up, even if they're expired. Just let people know they are expired, and people will still buy them. This is a leaded stained glass penguin sun catcher, 6 inches tall. I only paid maybe 50 cents or maybe 99 cents, sold for $11.99. And it's funny because the buyer's name has penguin in it, which is kind of funny. This, you will remember this from a Savers haul that I got. It is a handmade ceramic clown hand balloon holder wall hanging. From what I understood, there was supposedly other balloons that had like a flat side that you could hang them up on a wall, and then they were supposed to like tie into this hand. But the balloons, I guess, got sold separately. So I thought, you know what the heck? I'll go ahead and put these on, and I will put them kind of high. And sure enough, it sold for $29.99 buyer paid shipping. So if you have something strange, weird, unique, somebody out there wants it. When I did some research, I found the hand itself, but none of them had this yellow or any other color, kind of a ruffled, like a sleeve or hem or anything. So I knew it was definitely a unique item. It wasn't mass marked, so I don't know if somebody made this, but either way, 30 bucks. I will take that again and again. I believe this was the last pack of my square paper coasters. This was in a pack of 100, Jack Daniels it says on them. Sold these for $12, buyer paid shipping. I had this actually in my booth for a while and it didn't sell, so I knew it would probably sell on eBay, so I brought it home, and sure enough it did. It is a vintage Sirocco American Eagle convex mirror porthole gold tone, 13 inches tall. This is older, but it is plastic. So it's not metal, but they do sell. Can you see my little reflection in there? Isn't that cool? There was no way to avoid that. You can see my my little photo box in the reflection there as well. On the back it has a sticker, Sirocco wear. These were older, made in USA, always a good pick-up. Sold it for $25. They sell for a wide variety of prices depending on the size and depending on if it has an eagle or whatever else it might have on it. But that was definitely a good pickup. Didn't pay more than a few dollars for that at a thrift store. This was an awesome, awesome sale. This is vintage fabric. You'll remember this. I believe I bought it at Savers. It is black and white houndstooth design. It was 7 yards, very heavy. And I listed it and it sold pretty darn quick. Interesting thing is it sold and it left and it went to Australia. Sold for $79.99, buyer paid shipping. Can't even remember how much they paid. I got $7.52 in shipping and then whatever else they paid to get it to them. But I can see someone making this into a coat or something pretty awesome. So vintage fabric, get it, look it up, do the research. If it's a nice big chunk like this, then absolutely pick it up and sell it. You never know who's going to want it. And 80 bucks. I think it was $9.99 and then it was half. So I paid $5 for this. So I do sell fabric in my booth. That's newer stuff or stuff that can be used in quilts. But definitely the vintage stuff goes on eBay. Okay, let's go to our next page. And sorry, I had to take a drink. Vera Bradley Cafe Latte Zip Around Wallet Travel, or it's also called a wristlet. If it has this this little part here to put on your wrist. Used, but definitely in good condition, very clean. Sold for $16.99, buyer paid shipping. Oops, I got rid of something I shouldn't have. What am I doing here? I'm Xing them out. Never mind. I missed a couple, sorry. This is a large antique vintage 1926 scrapbook. If you remember this, I purchased this at an auction, I believe. Didn't pay more than probably $5 to $6. It had advertising. Let me show you the outside of it. So it was this big heavy green book. And let me show you some of the images here. It says, "To Jimmy from Kitty, Christmas 1926. And it had advertising in it. And like cars, all kinds of interesting different pictures. Like I said, advertising, baby pictures. I don't know. It was just a little bit of everything. But it's really cool. It had different advertising. Like these, you could see like the inside of people's houses and stuff. So very, very cool. Somebody was very happy to get this. And it was shipped off. I forget where it went. I can't remember now. But that was an excellent sale. Sold for $89.85. Again, how in the world do you price something like this? I have no idea. I just couldn't find anything like it. It was a very unique thing. So I put it up high and just waited for the right person. Had a few offers come through. Just said, price is as stated. Thank you for your interest. And left it at that. And of course, the right person came along and wanted it. So very, very cool find. The last of my Lily Sugar and Cream 100% cotton yarn. This was Country Stripes. 5 of them sold for $8.75 and buyer paid shipping. Another Dimension cross stitch, counted cross stitch kit. It has a chocolate lab, a black lab, and a yellow lab on it. Sold for $17.99, buyer paid shipping. Now there's, I don't know, I already did that one. Okay, I know, technical difficulties, it's all my fault. This was a Vera Bradley sitting in a tree shoulder tote bag. Purse was in very good condition, had the big snap on top. Sold for $19.99, buyer paid shipping. This one was in very good condition as well. It was very clean inside. Took lots of pictures. There's the bottom. You know, I always show you the bottom. And the straps, because that's where wear really shows up first. So that was a good sale. Next item. New Liberty Brass Look and Red Brass Look and Red Oak Wood Round Drawer Cabinet Pull Knob. Lot of 10. See all the different keywords I'm using in there? This one was actually, believe it or not, returned to me. Returned to sender. The address was not good. I contacted the buyer and told them that I received it back and I need a new address, but he would have to pay the shipping since the error in shipping was not my fault. So I'm waiting for him to pay the $6.65 again so that it can be shipped. So I'm just kind of sitting on that and waiting. Next item was another polar bear. Let's see. I had 2 of these, if you remember. Vintage enamelware black and white speckled splatter ladle dipper. Great condition. Sold that for $10.99. I still have 1 left. This is another vintage bug house miniature figurine. It's of a pelican. Very cute. Buyer paid $7.99 and they paid shipping. Also this little black bear that says that's also, these were made in Japan. These are all bug house. Very, very cute. I have 218 of these and I have sold a lot of them. This is a vintage floral gold tone enamel costume jewelry brooch. It is enamel, if you can tell. It's got the enamel where there are certain chips in it. I disclosed all that and showed all the pictures so people can see. Very cute, old, 2.5 inches tall. Sold for $14.99. Buyer paid shipping. And the Woodscape of America collection wood art kits. You remember I picked these up at Savers. I believe I paid $3.50 for these. This one was the lilies, sold for $79.99. Buyer paid shipping. So let's go to our last page. of sale items. I'm sorry I skipped those two. They're probably vintage bug house stuff, I would guess. Here's another one, Woodscape of America. This one is of balloons. And this one sold for $79.99, buyer paid shipping. This I've had for a while. It is a new in-package vintage Martex Percal, however you want to call it, twin flat sheet, yellow butterfly, made in USA, sold for $16.85. Some people do like these old sheets. And this one was a Martex, which is a company that is still around. And you know it's vintage because it was made in the USA. Buyer paid shipping. Next item, you remember these from a haul. I believe these are a Savers item. SeaWorld Penguin Salt and Pepper Shakers. Didn't find any that were online. They had dolphins and other things that were from SeaWorld. So I asked $19.99 and someone got it and they paid shipping. So you'll see the pictures that I took up close. So pretty good sale, not too bad. I didn't pay more than $2 to $3 for them. You'll remember these. I got these in a lot of pictures at an auction. I have two that are exactly alike, so I still have one of these. This is a vintage Navy photo, and in the bottom, can you see the guy, his shadow, the one that was taking the picture? So that was pretty awesome. It was rolled up, so I made sure I stated in there that it is rolled up. It is not flat at all. So I just put something on it to hold it down. The date on the photo was November 18th, 1942, U.S. Naval Training Station, Great Lakes, Illinois. So there's the information. Like I said, there's exactly, I still have one of these. So if you're interested, and this is the way it was rolled up. So what I did is when I went to ship it, I had a, I think I put it in a box and shipped it just that way. So I made sure in the description to say, where did I put on here? Photo is curled as seen in photos. So make sure you tell people that so they understand that. But if you frame it, no big deal. Next item, I have had this thing forever. It is a vintage Curo, evidently artisan, carved wood Don Quixote Sancho Panza statue, and on the bottom it says made in Spain. So if you know the Don Quixote story, or if you don't, Google it and look it up. This was his companion Sancho Panza. It's interesting, I sent this to a person who said they were buying it for their son, who he loved the story or something. So $19.99. I did have it higher at one point. I kind of waited, and then I eventually went ahead and just lowered it down, and it sold for $20, and buyer, of course, paid shipping. Next item, this was a vintage Daydreamer Needlepointer point kit. Sunset design, 1974. Can you tell? It's got the Holly Hobby-esque little bonnet. This sold for $8.99. Buyer paid shipping. I probably paid a whole quarter or 50 cents at a garage sale for that. Next one is another dimension kit I got this past summer. It is new Needlepoint Birdie in Cage. Sold for $7.99. Buyer paid for shipping. I believe I paid 50 cents for these smaller ones, and then larger kits I only paid like $1 for. This was some of the last of the cassettes. I pulled out several to sell individually. This was one of the last individual ones I had, and then I went ahead and had an auction and sold the rest. This is NWA, straight out of Compton. I know it's so strange that you would think that I would sell these, but 80s wrap does really well no matter what format it's on. This one sold for $22.99. Buyer paid shipping, and I got a good feedback. They were very happy to get it. And I think I paid for the whole box. There was probably 30 to 35 in there, and I paid $5 for the whole box. Another vintage brooch. This one is kind of an enamelware. It is a painted metal flower. Not particularly, you know, old, but very cool. It's kind of a peachy orange color, and that sold for $10. Buyer paid shipping. Yes, another Woodscape of America wood art kit. This is the one that had the hummingbirds on it, and it sold for $79.99, buyer paid shipping. And you're not going to see in this video, but I just sold the last one maybe a week ago. So all of the 4 that I got are all sold. So if you see these, pick them up. They're definitely worth the price. Considering sold them for $80, spent $3.50 on them, it was definitely an awesome pickup. And the last item is Connor's. This is a Fat Cat Pro Game poker set. Has the chips. All of the chips and cards were all sealed, and he sold this for $30. I can't remember where it went. I know it went out of the country. I know it was a global shipping item. So very cool, in a very nice case. And that photos are blurry. That's not my fault.
Well, yeah, I know. That's me. Take better photos. There's my tip.
Okay, there you go.
Take good photos.
He said that. I didn't say that. So that was definitely a good pickup. This was a summer garage sale thing that he picked up. So that is all my sales. I'm sorry I skipped past a few of them. They were probably more miniatures. But sales this month were very good. I always seem to do better in January and February than I do in November and December. Not sure why that is, but sales, I'll take them any time of the year. So that's all I got for you. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. If you have any questions or any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. And also follow me on Twitter under The Pudgy Picker. And I also now have a new email if you want to send me a question or a comment and you don't want to leave it in the box. It is jen@pudgypicker.com. So if you want to send me a message, or you have a question or something that you maybe don't want to pose in the comment section, that's how you can comment, or I'm tired. That's how you can get a hold of me, jen@pudgypicker.com. I will see you next time, and until then, happy picking. Bye.